So you're like, shit, I'm getting kicked out of college, and my parents are either going to disown me or kill me. So what'd you do?
Rock bottom.
You're at rock bottom there, huh?
Broke.
18, 20, 22?
20. No, I think, 19, 20, 20. Yeah, I must have been 20.
20 years old. So what'd you do? Did you basically run away?
Yeah, you're just kind of hanging out. I remember staying out in DeKalb with some friends, just not doing stuff, kind of figuring things out.
Now, there weren't cell phones, so how were you in communication with your family?
Very pure. I call mom. You always got that relationship with mom, and mom somehow finds a way to understand when there's no way they should understand, but they find a way.
Totally. God bless mothers.
Yeah.
In Islam, we say heaven is at the feet of your mother.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're hey, I'm whatever, how they try to figure out to understand, and I'm praying for you and all that. And you always want to come back. And it just came down to like that rock bottom moment. And I remember I ended up working on the South Side for an uncle who owned some Subway franchises. And it wasn't a time that was...
So the uncle didn't disown you, basically. He's kind of still cool with you.
Yeah, he said, hey, I'll adopt you and make you the redheaded stepchild I've always wanted.
I kind of had a similar experience. The gas station, my uncle owned it, and it was after one of my arrests that they're like, you're going to work for your uncle. Then maybe he can help you, you know? And I was
It's fun working for family, isn't it?
Kind of. With my uncle, he was kind of cool. We got each other.
My uncle's there. He was always playing cool. But my aunt was the one that was always there on site, that managed the place I worked at. And it was... She was strict.
Early 20s, managing some Subways. So then how do you get into the business brokerage?
So I actually was 19, and then I remember turning 20 doing that stuff. I worked for them for a year, and it was a struggle because I was always a hard-headed kid looking for a shortcut. And I wanted to find another job. It was a bad job market. I couldn't find anything. And just something clicked in my head where... I was only working 4 or 5 hours a day, just washing dishes all day. And I thought, this sucks. Like, it's the worst thing. And I don't know, just something changed. And I just came in one day and said, you know what? I'm going to put 200% effort into this. I'm going to...
In the Subway management business?
Washing dishes.
At Subway?
I'm going to put 200% in washing dishes. And I remember whatever took me 4 or 5 hours, I just, best I could, put in all the energy.
Really?
Knocked off what I normally took me the whole shift in an hour and a half. And
what do you? Is that interesting to you, Dolder?
Yeah, it's
something clicked.
Yeah.
What do you think it was, Keyson?
I think it's just let me show this up. I know I get crap for this job. I got like the worst position. Let me just show them up. Let me just show I can do all this and just be the best.
All right. So something clicked that said, I'm going to prove myself.
Yeah.
Was it to yourself or to your uncle and aunt? I
think more to myself, knowing it's going to radiate out and see whatever happens, right? See if it changes things. Because again, I was always trying to squirm and put half-ass effort.
If there was anything that happened a month before, a year before, 2 years before that caused you in that moment, because this sounds like the defining moment. What would it have been? Like a month before, a year before? Anything? Would it be kicked out of school?
No, not even. It's just that sense that I'm at rock bottom. Like, this sucks. This can't get worse. To have a shitty minimum wage paying job that you don't even have full-time hours, so you're not really making a means out of. And, you got to figure out a path forward, and you don't even know what that is. And you're trying to get out. You're trying to find other jobs, and you go apply to a hotel, and there's 100 other people applying, and there's no chance you're going to get anywhere because you're the college dropout, college kicked out. And it's something just, what are you going to do? So I thought, well, this is what's in front of me. This is all what I'm dealing with. Well, let me change the way I'm doing things. Let me just blow out the water. Just put in the effort to give it all I got. And that's what it was. Is okay, let me knock off these dishes, go to my aunt and say, Auntie, I'm done with the dishes. And she gave me that weird look because she knows
something ain't right.
Doesn't normally take me that long, right? It doesn't something that right. She looks over to make sure I did it. And she said, okay, go sweep them up. And you just same thing. Just do it quick, fast, get it done. I go back, Auntie, don't sweep them up. What's next? And you just like...
And it was day after day of this?
It progressed quickly because next thing you know, she's like, go bust the tables. You go run, bust the tables, come right back. What's next? Like, I'm putting this right back at you. And she's like, go sweep them up again. You're like, all right. But then it escalates because then she's like, you know what? Go with the manager at the time and learn how to make sandwiches. And then you do that. And then I think for me, the thing I really enjoyed and was passionate about was when I got to talk to customers, when you got to start making sandwiches, be the sandwich artist and chat with people. And we're in a Spanish neighborhood. So I got to learn a little bit of Spanish. And that was interesting because some of the people didn't speak English at all. And I barely knew Spanish. And the thing I've learned...
Lots of pointing at green peppers and mayo, I imagine.
Yeah, and that's where I learned is like, don't ask people what they want. Tell them what they want. So it was like, you're what is it? Con trigo, con blanco. Do we want white or wheat bread? Do you want lettuce, tomato, onions? Do you want this cheese? And once you develop that, you get this yes pattern. And then when you get towards it, you're creating. This is where you're learning about the sales process, right?
Yeah.
You feel saying yes.
This is totally the sales process.
And you're like, you want chips and a drink for $1.50 extra.
Yes.
You want cookies for $3.
Yes.
Mom would complain. She's like, you talk too much to the customers because I always small talk.
Yep. My dad, same thing. My dad used to say, I talk so much, my son swallowed a radio. That's what he would say. But you're right, dude. That's where the game's at, is connecting with human beings.
And then just Monty, like, look at the register. I'm pulling in $7.50 on every customer. Everybody else is doing $5 sandwiches. This is
you got a high ticket price, yeah.
Upselling. So after
average ticket is higher for Kisan.
After a year, I was managing 2 stores for them, and
wow. So wait. So they recognized your gift or your magic so much that they have you managing stores?
I don't know if it's recognizing a gift. It's like you don't give people a choice. I'm on a new level of determination at this point. I'm going to accelerate. I'm going to beat everybody out. And I'm going to be the best at what I do.
It's almost like Jedi kind of magical brainwashing. Not brainwashing, but like power. It's like a Jedi magical power where it's like you are so determined and you prove it so unambiguously. It's so clear that other human beings just kind of like, yes, you take over. Am I mistaken describing it that way?
In sense, because they'd recognize. I remember the whole thing was like speed. My uncle was smart about that. He's fast food. This is fast food. You got to be fast. You got to work fast. Make a sandwich fast, less than a minute. Let's see you do that. I got into it. I'm like, all right, and would do that. But when you do that, they realize like this guy keeps accelerating. You think about it today. When I go hire somebody, one of my drivers is getting the impression on what that person's learning curve is, right? Because if you got a steep learning curve, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I can just tell you to do stuff and you just figure it out because you can go online and learn. But what if you got somebody that's got a flat learning curve?
It's harder to work with.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's really difficult.
It takes a lot of hand-holding.
It's not going to last. In our organization, we're a growing organization.
Right.
It's not going to last.
Right.
You're going to get cut loose pretty quick.
It's a lot of coaching, right? Okay. Wow. Okay. So you're managing 2 stores. How does that get you into business brokerage?
It was sort of figuring out your goals, hitting that rock bottom point. You're looking at life, where you want to go. And at the time, the goal was to make $1 million. I think looking at all the problems I had, that was all associated with being broke. So I didn't want to be broke. So $1 million means you're not broke.
How old were you when you, by the way, Kisan, at 21, I set the same goal for 10, it was a 10-year goal. I was married with a different woman, and I sat her down. I'm like, this is my goal. In 10 years, I want us to make $1 million.
I think I was right around my 21st birthday.
So you were 21.
Right.
Interesting.
Just being 21, and even your friends are off getting ready to graduate and do their own stuff. And
now I ended up achieving that goal around 27, I believe. So within 6 years of setting the goal.
Oh yeah, he did better than me. I think my goal was to do $1.5 million. It took me 7.
Oh, you did $1.5 million?
No.
That was your
goal. Was 5, right? In 5 years, I want to make $1 million, and then
you did it by
takes
7.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty fucking good, man. Wow. So you did it.
He did it.
You did it. That's amazing. Congratulations. All right. So,
but the business brokerage came because.
So wait. So you set that goal at 21. Did you set that goal before you started washing the shit out of the dishes, doing the sandwiches really fast?
It was right around that same time. Because, let's see, 19. It must have been 20. And then right about that same time, it was turning 21. I'm still working the grind. And I remember this whole time, I didn't get paid anymore. right? This is the beauty of working for
$4
a
an
family.
hour. Yeah.
$5.25 back then. Minimum wage was $5.15. So I think I got a 10-cent bump along the way. So I was making,
Because he's our nephew.
we give him $5.25. And it was still working in that capacity, and just you're still not really making a means. And that's when
Dude, I asked you if there's anything that happened around that time that really lit a fire under your ass to get you to start washing dishes, sweeping floors, and making sandwiches like there's no one's business. And you're like, no, there wasn't really anything. It just kind of clicked that this is rock bottom. But I think setting this goal set you off in some way. John, what do you think?
About what?
Him setting a goal of $1 million in 5 years.
I think that if you're able to do it, then sure.
I think that setting that goal had a big impact on your psyche. A human man, a king of his kingdom. I feel like when he has something to rally around, and he has a direction, and he has a vision, the man is on his way, and you can't really stop that shit.